Hey guys, today it's time to talk about hair, glasses, and clothes. All right, so we're going to actually start at the bottom. We're going to start with our clothes because that's all going to be the same no matter who we are. You're going to want to kind of think about your neckline. So if you think about clothing doesn't rest all the way up here unless you're wearing a turtleneck. So you actually want to make sure that your shirt collar is down here. And you can decide if you want it round or if you want to make it angular like a V-neck. It's completely up to you. But I do suggest whatever you choose, you then make a second line like the seam of your shirt would have from there. Now there's not a whole lot of room to like design your shirt, so don't think about over the top. We want it to be about you, so we'll decide some colors later on. But if you wanted to like put in a necklace or something like that, you could do that. If you wanted to like draw the very top of a jersey that you wear a lot or something like that, you could do that as well. But again, there's not a lot of room, so you don't want to like smash a t-shirt design in this tiny little space because all that's really going to show is about this much, okay? All right, so that's it. That's your shirt. And if you really want to go into detail, you could add a little like, you know, thickness to the top of it here because it would sit on top of your shoulders. But that's a little bit more advanced, so it's completely up to you if you want to do that. All right, if you wear glasses, I wear them just when I work on the computer, but they do help for this demo. So you'd actually want to kind of take them off and look at them for a minute before you decide where they go on your face. And then that's where you would want to kind of pencil in, okay, well, the bridge of my nose is right here, and that's where my glasses, you know, kind of connect. So I like to draw that piece first before I draw the actual frame of my glasses, and mine are a little bit larger, but I know that that's tends to be more in style these days. And actually I drew mine too low, so it helps by looking in the mirror because I just noticed that it's actually closer to my eyebrow where the glasses connect, and then it comes down further this way, and then it goes over to the side. And obviously I'd want to add detail, I'd want to add the thickness to them as I go. So if you wear glasses on a regular basis, do make sure that you include your glasses as a part of your self-portrait. That definitely is something that makes you you and not somebody else. So again, I would want to add more details. I'd want to add, you know, the little edge detail that happens over here before it goes and connects back to my ears that way. And I could adjust anything that I might have gotten wrong like I just did, etc., etc. All right, I think you get the idea. Obviously I'd want to clean that up and make it a little bit cleaner. I would then erase, you know, any part of my eyebrow that might be overlapped with my design for my glasses. It depends on the thickness, it depends on your glasses. Everybody's are going to be different, okay? But you get the idea. All right, so let's talk about hair. I have my hair pulled in a ponytail right now, and I have short hair, so it's all in the back. So if I drew my hair like this, it would be fine, right? I might look like I don't have that much hair though because everything is behind. So there are some cheater ways to kind of draw our ponytail so we can see it out the side if you want to draw a ponytail. Gentlemen, your hair is actually trickier. This is something that's actually going to be harder for boys than it will be for girls, but you're going to follow the same rules that they are. The first thing you're going to look at is your forehead and what shows. So I need to kind of look at how much forehead I have before I start mapping in where the top of my hair will be. Okay, so it's not all the way up here where the top of my head was when I initially drew everything and measured it out. Your hair sits forward on your head. It comes down. So the very top of my head, you know, has hair already on it and hair forward from it. So our hairlines need to be drawn in first. Some of you have a very short hairline. You have a lot of hair closer to you. I'm older, and I tend, you know, the older you get, you tend to have a bigger forehead. It's just kind of how our hair works and how we grow. So you want to measure that out. You want to look and see how it would work. Okay, so I want to put that hairline in first. It's going to look like my head is very squatty for right now, and it will get better. So then my part for my ponytail is over here. So I tend to say for your parts, make 2 parallel lines. Boys, this is for you too, because I know a lot of you have like a side part to your hair. And then you're going to connect back this way, okay? And then I would go ahead, and this is where I can help kind of narrow out my head if I need to. Make my hair go on one side and the other side, and now it should sit above that original top of my head line. Like so. Okay? So, obviously this is very generic and very beginner-like. So I'd really want to look closely at like where do I need to make some changes, and I want to make sure I show my ponytail. So I'm going to do a cheat, and even though you can't see it when I look in the mirror, I am going to draw a ponytail holder right underneath my ear over here, and I'm going to go ahead and draw my short little ponytail off to the side over here. And that way it's still in my picture, okay? Even though that it normally sits behind, at least it gives me a little bit more hair here, okay? If you are gonna go for hair that's down and straight, you would just take it behind your ears, and it could go behind your shoulders if you have long hair. If you have short hair, it would stop, you know, and get cut off there. So you can kind of see how it would look. I'm going to cover this up over on this side so you can see the long hair over here versus the ponytail look over here. It's kind of like look 1, look 2, look 1, look 2, okay? There are obviously, everybody has different hair. Everybody has different hairstyles. Some of you have curly hair. Some of you have wavy hair. Some of you have really short buzz cuts. Some of you have, you know, more waves and tufts. I have resources for you to look at hair. Some are more advanced, some are more simple. You're going to go with whatever one works for you, okay? But the same concepts need to apply. You need to draw your hairline in first. You need to make sure that the original top of your head has disappeared and the top of your hair is now even above that. So that's going to make your head feel a little less wide and a little bit more narrow as we kind of finish out the drawing portion of our project, okay? So I want to go ahead and erase out this long hair so I don't have 2 different personalities going on, okay? And this would be what my starting point would be for coloring. I could maybe then look and say, do I need to add a little bit more kind of texturing up here to add a little bit more detail for my hair? That's kind of up to me. And maybe I would want to say, okay, I should really add in my earrings, and I'm wearing these sort of like teardroppy drop down earrings. And so maybe I'd want to put those in. And then this one would fall in front of my hair. So you got to think about overlaps too. So ladies, if you have earrings and you want to put them in, just make sure they're symmetrical, and you decide, you know, they're earrings that you actually own. It should all be things that go with you, right? Okay, and like I said before, do what you'd like to do with your clothing, and we'll figure it out from there. All right, so details today: hair, glasses if you've got them, earrings if you've got them, but focus on that hair and make that hair work for you, make it represent you. Really use those resources that I'm providing for you to look at. They're drawing guides, and hopefully you can find something that that works for you. And you can use my ponytail trick whether you have short hair or long hair either. All right, guys, have a good one.